So let's continue our examination of the Adam and Eve story as it appears in the book of Genesis, chapter 2. We'll look at verses 18 through 20, which describe God's efforts to make a helper or a companion for the first man. Verse 18 explains the reason why God undertook this project. The Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone, so I will make a helper suited to him." So in this story, God's first effort to create a companion for the first man results in the creation of animals. So the Lord God formed out of the ground all of the wild animals and all of the birds of the air, and he brought them to the man to see what he would call them. Whatever the man called each living creature was then its name. The man gave names to all of the tame animals, all of the birds of the air, and all of the wild animals. But none proved to be a helper suited to the man. None of the animals had turned out to be suitable to serve as companions or helpers for his first man. So God decided to try something else. Continuing the story, verses 21 through 23 describe how God succeeded in making a companion for the first man, whose name, incidentally, is Adam. Now, the word Adam is really just the Hebrew word for human being, and so that's the way he's referred to in this story. So let's pick up the story at the point we left off with verse 21. So the Lord God cast a deep sleep on the man, and while he was asleep, he took out one of his ribs and closed up its place with flesh. The Lord God then built the rib that he had taken from the man into a woman. When he brought her to the man said, "This one at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one shall be called woman, for out of man this one has been taken." So let's take a moment to review what's just happened. God has made Adam's companion not from the dust of the earth, as he did with Adam, but by using a part of Adam's body. Unlike the animals, the woman is said to be bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh, and it is this that makes her a suitable companion for Adam. And verse 24 makes it perfectly clear what kind of a companion she is to be. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and clings to his wife, and the two of them become one body.